I told you I'll find my way back home. I could never let you go, couldn't run away if I tried. Cause if I went, I'm all alone. So got a heart on my mind, and I'm always let you know that I'm always gonna hold on, on.
There's so many fish in here. There's so many. Dude. Oh my gosh, there's like 5 bass right there. There's so many.
I'll find my way back home.
This'll... Yo guys, what is going on, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed that last little edit I made for you guys. This video is about me purchasing my dream truck at 22 years old. Now, before you guys are about to go in the comment section trolling, first of all, shut up, I'm not ordinary. Boy, if you don't get... Second of all, I'm going to be going over exactly why I bought the Toyota Tacoma as my first truck. I'm also going to be going over my whole car buying experience, what I used to get the best deal on this vehicle, and I'm also going to be sharing with you guys some little secret tips and tricks I recommend to anyone who's looking to purchase their first vehicle as well. Now, before I even start this video, I wanted to talk about my sources of income. So obviously, it's clear I do YouTube.
Yeah, what's going on, you guys? Korean Air's right in front of me. It's your boy Jung. You know how it is. I'm on YouTube all the time. Yeah. What's up, baby girl? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, take my water bottle.
And YouTube is not my full-time job. A lot of people think I'm full-time right now with YouTube. I'm not in a position where I believe YouTube can sustain my lifestyle full-time at the moment. But on the side, what I do is actually own a digital marketing agency. Prior to the digital marketing agency, where I focus on social media for small businesses around our area, I was actually doing e-commerce, and that actually helped fuel everything I have going right now. So I went from e-commerce to social media marketing agency to what I have is YouTube. And now YouTube and the marketing agency are kind of juggling just in my life right now as both my focuses. So I have 2 people working for me at the moment, and I also have another guy that I'm training up. Shout out to my boy Eric. And basically what I'm trying to do is just automate the digital marketing agency a bit more so I can focus on YouTube and then grow this and grow my personal brand. But that's my sources of income right now. I think maybe in a year or 2 I can definitely go comfortably full-time with YouTube, but at the moment with only 10,000 subs, I'm not getting like Graham Stefan level views right now. My views are just like this compared to a lot of the bigger dogs out there. But you know, once your boy starts climbing up, I can definitely see this becoming more of a full-time opportunity for me. Now, let's start with this, you guys. The Toyota Tacoma was not my first choice. This was actually a vehicle I wanted since I was a kid, but in the past few months, I've been obsessed with another vehicle called the Kia Stinger GT. So this vehicle in the ceramic gray color was my dream car, and it still is my dream car, and I'm planning on getting this in a couple years in the future. But right now, I definitely need something more reliable and something that doesn't depreciate as much. So the Kia Stinger, almost nobody knows about it. If you know about it, congratulations, because you're probably like the 1% of car people that do know about it. So think about like an Audi A7, or think about like a BMW 443i series. It is a very beautiful car with a sports hatchback, and it's pretty fast. It's definitely a lot faster than what my original car was. My first car that I had, you guys, was actually a old Ford 500, and it had so many issues. I put about $15,000 worth of maintenance and repairs in it. There were times when I'd be driving and the whole car just dies. The steering wheel stiffens up, the whole car dies, and the only thing I can do is brake. Like, there have been times where I feel like I could have died because of that vehicle, and there's been other times where I'm just chilling in my car and it won't just start. You know, you're on a date, or you have an important business meeting, or you're trying to close a deal with a client. You go in and sit in your car, and all they hear is... It was just so embarrassing, and I knew I was in the market for a car for a while, and if that car didn't have any issues, I would have just kept going to the grave with it. But the fact that the AC sucked on it, every time I came out that car I was sweating, it didn't start on time, sometimes it would die, it just was not reliable. So although Ford is nice because, you know, it's America, made tough, built tough and all that, the issue with Ford was it was not reliable for me, and I needed a vehicle that could just get me from point A to point B. There were times with that vehicle, I have so many crazy stories, but One of the most memorable ones was when I was literally at the beach and I got stranded at the beach because my car completely died. Now, some of you guys might be wondering, then why did you want a Kia Stinger? Are they reliable? So we all know that Kia isn't the best brand. It's actually one of the most unreliable brands, and a lot of people hate Kia, and I don't blame them. Kia definitely has gone through their ropes, and even though they're a Korean brand, you know, your boy's Korean, I can't really promote them. My parents don't even like Kia that much. We have to go with Toyota, we have to go with Honda just because they're a more reliable brand. It was just one of those things where I saw the car in person, I test drove it, and I fell in love with it, and I was obsessed with it. I could not concentrate on work just because of how much I loved this vehicle. So I went to the Kia dealership, you guys, and I went inside, and the guys are giving me such a hard time with the pricing. The negotiating was a joke. I will never go there again. They were trying to rip me off so bad on this car. Now, this car is a $52,000 vehicle, but because nobody knows about it, because Kia can't sell it, it's actually going under for about $38,000 brand new MSRP. So this means you could save a ton of money on a brand new luxury car and get it for the fraction of the price. But the problem was these guys just were not budging on their price. I would go on the forums every day and I'm seeing people get this vehicle for 38K, 39K, some around 40K at the highest, but definitely not 52K. These guys were fighting me on 46K. So what I did was I looked into different ways that I could purchase this car without having to go in there, fight and negotiate so much. I went on the True Car for American Express's program. It's called American Express Auto Purchasing Program. If you guys Google that, it will come up. And basically, if you put in the car model number, the make, and the trim, it will give you the best price they can offer without any hassle, but you could still negotiate a little farther than that. So just from that, they gave me $42,000 for that vehicle instead of the 46 that they were fighting me really hard on. So these guys were definitely trying to rip me off without a doubt. They were trying to make me lease a car like this for $700 to $800. I was like, are you even serious right now? Like, I don't blame them because it does look like I can easily be taken advantage of. I could be very naive, like I want a nice sports car at this young age, so let's rip this kid off and see what type of money we can make on him. I really didn't enjoy it, and I happened to actually drive past a Toyota dealership on the 4th of July, really early in the morning. No one was out on the roads just because it was the 4th of July. And when I passed by, I was like, all right, let me go inside and see what's popping. So I haven't really considered a Toyota just because of brand, you know, and it's kind of ironic because I was looking at a Kia, but I wasn't really looking at Toyotas. I was looking at something where, you know, I could flex a little bit. When I went in there, I took a look at some of their vehicles and I saw the Tacoma and I was like, damn, the Tacoma, you know, I used to be obsessed with this vehicle when I was in high school and like starting, you know, a couple years of college, but I completely forgot about this. So I went in, I test drove it, and I fell in love, and I was like, yo, I really like the Tacoma. You know, it's not the fastest, but this is a reliable truck. It's a little pricey, but it is a reliable truck, and you do get a lot for what it offers. I went in there, they gave me a good price, and they started me at the Tacoma for 36K flat, and I was like, all right, I'm about to consider this. As soon as I'm about to sign the papers, my buddy Alfonso, shout out to my boy Alfonso, I was texting him under the table low-key, like the whole time, like, what do you think about this deal? And he's like, yo, send me a picture of this. And he's like, dude, it's not 4x4, it's 2x4. And I'm like, no, dude, they're promising me, you know, it's a 4x4 vehicle. He's like, no, dude, look at the paper. I told the dealers, like, yo, what is this? Is this actually 2x4? And they're like, oh, sorry. Oh, wow, it wasn't. I don't know if these guys were lying or if they genuinely didn't know, but I was about to sign off on a vehicle just because I didn't read the fine print right. So a lesson to everyone watching this video, make sure you guys read the fine print. And if you guys have any car enthusiast friends, call them, text them, because that's what I was doing with my buddy Alfonso, and he helped me out a lot with that deal. Now, because they didn't have my color and they didn't have my model, and I was just so sick of the process, I put it into the American Express True Car program again. And as soon as I put it on the 4th of July, I got like 4 calls immediately. I got a call by this Russian guy. He's like, hey, my name is Dimitri, you want to come in and buy my car? I will knock down the prices extra for you. You just have to drive 40 minutes to me. And I was like, damn, this guy sounds like he works in the mafia, but I'm willing to go to him if he has the right color. I picked up the next phone call and it was this other guy. He was, you know, he was a little shy. This dude named Stan. He was like, Mr. Jung, I don't mean to intrude, but it looks like you have a Korean last name. Look, I'm Korean too. You know, if you come in here, I promise I'll get you the best deal. We're only like 10-15 minutes away from where you actually live. And I was like, say no more, I'm coming to you, Stan. So basically, I showed up And this next dealership, you guys, I kid you not, they were one of the best dealerships that I've worked with within this whole experience, because Kia tried to rip me off, Rockville tried to rip me off. I showed up there, they had the car sitting on the lot, papers were ready to go. They added all these extra accessories for me. The manager even showed up too, and he was just like, yo, like, I'll be real with you, I'm just losing too much money right now, and if I do another 700, it's just not gonna be worth it. And to me, I enjoyed that because I want their bottom price. Like, I will fight, but until I hit that bottom price, and I know for sure, just because I'm a businessman myself, I'm not gonna give up. Like, I need to know that it's your bottom price, and I need to hear them say, we're done, like we need to walk out. As soon as he said that, I started grinning, I started lighting up, and I was like, let's do it. Like, I shook his hand, we signed off right there, got the vehicle, left that day on the 4th of July with a brand new truck. Now, I'm not saying go out and buy something that's going to depreciate slow, because it's still going to be a good investment. But what I am saying is this: if you're going to live, have a little bit of fun, but when you do it, think about what the repercussions afterwards are. If I want to sell this Tacoma in a couple of years, it's not going to tank to $28,000 or $25,000. This is not going to depreciate that much, so a lot of my money is going to be held in there. It's kind of like a bank. You lose a little bit of money in there, but if I do want to get rid of it, I'm not losing half of what I put into that vehicle. So that's one of the main reasons why I was so comfortable about buying this truck. Now, guys, I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm gonna make a separate video on how I handled financing and basically the whole other gist, just buying the truck and running down the numbers, and I'll share with you guys exactly how that happened. But to sum this video up, the Tacoma is a very reliable truck. It's literally bulletproof. It doesn't die. It does a good job, and that's just what I was looking for. If I buy a used BMW, if I buy a used Mercedes, even if it's a 2016 and there's one maintenance issue, I'm not trying to blow a couple $1,000s on fixing a vehicle. I'm so done with that. I want a vehicle I can trust. Now, yes, I'm young. I'm 22 years old, and it's definitely a big financial move on my part. But honestly, you guys, if you work hard, anything is possible. It doesn't matter what age you are. It doesn't matter if I'm 18 or 19 years old, because there's kids out here that I know that are buying Lambos, and my buddy Mike bought a Corvette, and you know, we're in our 20s still, and we're making these big financial moves. But if you're on the grind, if you're on the hustle, and if you know your finances and basically what you're projected to make, then you could definitely buy a vehicle. You know, at the end of the day, if it makes you happy, if it makes you feel like you've accomplished something, and if it motivates you to work even harder, then I believe it's worth the investment. That is my opinion. So let me know if you guys agree or disagree with what I said. Let me know if you guys have had any similar experiences. And before I even end this video, big shout out to my boy Wes Butler. He works at CarMax. He was helping me out with another Kia Stinger, which I unfortunately did not get. Shout out to my boy Alfonso. He's actually the one that I was texting. And then a big shout out to another YouTuber. His name is Ari Janeski, and basically he has his own YouTube channel where he talks about purchasing vehicles and getting you guys the best deals. I've been watching all of his videos. We're on the same level in terms of like subscriber growth. He's just in a different market. So if you guys want to go check his channel out, make sure you guys let him know that your boy Brian Jung sent you. I would just DM this guy and be like, yo, like, what do you think about this deal? And he would just always text me back, and I really appreciate things like that. But guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you guys drop a comment down below. Make sure you guys drop a like if it did help you guys out. And if you guys have not yet subscribed, my name is Brian, and on this channel we talk about personal finance, credit cards, entrepreneurship, and I guess occasionally we talk about vehicles and cars as well too. So if any of that interests you, make sure you guys consider subscribing. If you guys want to also support the channel, make sure you guys join our Facebook group and check out the links in the description of the video. Every time you guys use one of the links, it helps me out a lot as a content creator, and it also gives me the opportunity to go full-time with YouTube, which is one of my dreams. So thank you guys so much. Stay tuned for the next video. I'm going to be breaking down my numbers. I'm going to talk more about my whole car buying process in terms of the numbers, but this was the video on how I bought my first truck at 22 years old. I'm gonna look back at this moment, hopefully with no regret. But thank you guys so much for the support, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
「見ていたはずの夢はいつも思い出せない」